Alright, so we're headed north on St. George Road, and we're almost to the property. It's going to be on the left side, so on the west side of the road. We came out of Springfield, went east to the town of Hartville, and then went north out of Hartville, took Highway Z to Highway E, and we went left or north onto St. George Road, this gravel road, just about a mile ago, just a little under a mile. There's a mailbox, that's going to be a neighbor. That's a pretty good landmark. And now we'll be seeing the property on the left side of the road. There should be a driveway. This property was leased out for several years for hunting. And here we go. There's the driveway. It doesn't look like it's really been mowed or maintained or anything for a couple years, but I think we can go ahead and pull right on there. So direct county road frontage on St. George. You've got a power line right there. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there it is. And I haven't actually been out this way for a couple years, but this did have a nice building site and actually a little trail that went all the way back to the west side of the property. This clearly hasn't been mowed for a while, but we're going to pull in anyway and we'll get a good look at this. We're not even back 100 feet and it's already really private. This area is really well known for deer. Turkey as well, but it's just thick with deer. In fact, this property borders a big meadow on its north side, and the deer love to cross over the meadow right onto the property. So here's a gorgeous site. If this was mowed, it would look just phenomenal. Hop out here. And then actually the trail, we might walk it a little bit in a minute, but there's a trail that I'm looking at there, and that goes way back to the west, and this property opens up quite a bit wider, has a beautiful view, has a valley, has all kinds of cool stuff that you can check out. But I mean, it's a large tract. We're in a great area. We're well off the road, so it's extremely private here. Really nice property. So we're parked right at the clearing, and I'm going to go ahead and walk to the west a little bit, and I'll just keep this filming. We'll get a look at this. You can see a really recent deer bed right there. The deer just, I mean, they love it out here. This is perfectly situated for deer and turkey, but the deer come from this pasture, like I said, to the north. You can see the fence line right there, which is the north property line. They come through that field and right into this wooded area. And this is the trail that I mentioned earlier. This obviously needs to be brush hogged or mowed or whatnot. And I'm not sure how far we'll go on this, but this does go way back to the west, to the point where the property opens up and gets quite a bit wider. So I mean, you have a lot of different options on this tract, whether you want to use the site where we parked, which is a really good site. It's private off the road. You've got room to turn around even with the trailer there. Or if you want to go back here to the west and maximize the view, you certainly have that option as well. So really versatile property. I can hear the drone in the air. So we've got a drone video being taken right now. You can see that on the website at instantacres.com. And this is an excellent trail that obviously needs to be mowed, but this is a really good trail. I'm sure that this was kind of used as a four-wheeler trail, but with a little work, you could easily drive a vehicle on this if it were trimmed out a little bit on the sides. We're in Wright County, Missouri. Well known for deer and turkey hunting. We're not too far out of Hartville to the south. If we were to go to the north, we're not too far out of Lebanon, Missouri. We've actually got the Gasconade River only 2 or 3 miles to the east. The Gasconade is really close. And that's a great river for fishing or canoeing, all that good stuff. This is just a really cool property. We actually didn't plan on going quite this far back to the west, but here we go. I can hear the drone going overhead. And this trail just goes and goes. You can see most of the property is wooded, other than the clearing where we parked and this trail, which is going back to the west. Whether you want to build or camp, obviously hunt, or just have a place to get away and relax, this is a nice one. And at this point, we just may as well keep going. Get a little further here and see what we can see. Some wild raspberries. If we weren't being quite so noisy, we'd probably have seen some deer already. I'm seeing the wild berries everywhere. Blackberries and raspberries. Talk about privacy. There you can still, we're pretty close to the north boundary now. There's a fence right there, but you can see there's a few really large oak trees here. And I think we're just about to the area where it starts to open up. Looking at those big oaks. And I hear that drone just about right above us. I can see hundreds or thousands of deer prints on the ground, fresh deer prints. Okay. So now we've come to another, looks like a natural clearing. This needs to be brush hogged as well. But this could be ideal if you want to get really, really private. We've owned properties out in this area, and we've dealt with properties out in this area for 10 or 15 years. And I can tell you that before these trees grew up so tall, there's a beautiful view out to the west. You can see for miles. So that could certainly be reclaimed. There's a little, I guess you'd say a spring-fed creek or a wet weather creek on this property. If we kept walking here to the west, the land would start to slope down and get that little creek at the bottom, which is really cool. A lot of opportunity on this one. This is super nice. Bring your weed whacker or bring a tractor with the brush hog. Would do a lot of good out here. This stuff can all be brush hogged. All this littler stuff easily. and then you've got one heck of a usable property. So there we have it. Check out instantacres.com. You can see the drone video that we're taking today. You can see the interactive map. You can see a bunch of other stuff that we'll have. Definitely feel free to call us in the office with any questions, or just shoot us an email at sales@instantacres.com. But your first step may be just to go to the website, instantacres.com, and see if this tract is available. We look forward to hearing from you.